I should rather than not. I changed a lot. Now you gon' ride.
Hello, MC Films, bro. Today we're gonna be doing a story time. If you guys didn't already know, alright, guys. So today I'll be telling a story about when I was 6 months old. I cracked my skull open. I know it's unbelievable if you think about it. But you guys are probably asking, how are you still alive, MC? And what was it like? Well, you see, I was 6 months old and my mom told me the story, so I'm just gonna tell you guys what she told me, alright? So this probably has something to do with me not remembering anything until I, turned 6 years old. That's when I started remembering stuff. But any time before that, I didn't remember anything, and I was quite confused, so I asked my mom, why might that be the reason? And my mom simply responded, well, you see, when you were very young, you cracked your skull open. And me, being a kid, I was surprised, thankful that I'm alive, and all this other stuff. Alright, so let's dive right into it. Alright, so this takes place in New York. Me and my mom had a client she was going to meet up with, so my mom was mediations. So she went to the client's house. Now the client had two little daughters. They were older than me, but they were still little at the time. And let's just say they took me in the back and we were playing. And as a little kid, when you're like 6 months old, you're curious. You start messing with stuff. So there was this big, 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 it was absolutely huge. Nowadays I probably use it in a weight machine, but it was a weight machine that was folded up about 1,000 pounds ago. So me, a little kid, I'm playing with it and stuff. So I accidentally pull out the pin and then it unfolds on my head. Yeah, you heard me right. It unfolded on my head. The jump was crazy, because on impact, I didn't even have time to cry. My mom walked in there, scooped me up, and we zoomed to the hospital. Now, the crazy thing is that I think every hospital needs to change nowadays is, well, you see, we were kind of sitting there for a while, and it was kind of crazy. And, it was a big bloody mess, but, 217 staples, I think, 217 staples later, and we're all good, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I still got the scar. If I ever go bald, you might see it, but I don't ever think I'm gonna go bald. Don't quote me on that, because if you see me when in my old age and I'm bald, I'm sorry. Well, that was kind of quick, so I think I'm gonna do this story. More of this video is gonna be just childhood stories that childhood memories. Alright, so another story that I have is, well, I have a lot of family that lives in Virginia, right? So me and my mom, one day we woke up at 6 or 7 in the morning, and we were going to actually drive to Virginia, which from where I live is an 8-hour drive. So yeah, we're about to get ready for that. And then we were currently walking out the door, and then all of a sudden my body just I just collapsed. And my mom, she was scared, I was scared, my grandma was scared, my grandpa was scared. It was just crazy. Alright, so my mom scoots me up, like the last story. She picks me up, and she puts me in the car, and we drive downtown to the hospital. So at the hospital, the doctors, they were talking to me and stuff. They were like, well, we think your son has a disease that could kill him. And my mom, she was worried, and I was scared, because whenever you're deaf, it kind of puts it in perspective for you. So then I was rushed into an ambulance, and then I was driven to the adult hospital, and then they found out that I was too young for the disease that they described. And let's just say later on that night, I was running out of the hospital, and it was great. My legs were working apparently, but the weird part was when I was walking out the door from the beginning of the story, my legs just stopped working apparently, and then fast forward 6 hours later, and I'm running out the hospital. It's crazy. Alright, the next story that I have is, I didn't really plan this out very well, but we are going to have another story for you here though. 3 stories, oh man, this joint's gonna be crazy. Alright, so I think this is a story that's already on my channel. My friend, he did it on his channel. It's called Capture. I think it's called Capture, but we, so me and my friend being, dumb, we decided to, go to this middle school I live up the street from, and let's just say we climbed on top of this middle school. I'm not going to tell which friend it was. It's happened multiple times, to be real with you. So me and my friend, we climbed on top of this middle school. There was just a ladder out back, so we were like, nah, let's just see what happens. The climb on top is actually a really good view, and we were just taking pictures and chilling. Did a cartwheel on top of the building. I think I would never say that in a sense before, but it happened. We were chilling, and then all of a sudden, you, hey! And we turn around, and there's these 2 guys who look like they're doing work on the roof. And me, I'm scared of heights, so it was like I went up there, and then we were kind of running away from them. And then they tried to attempt to take pictures of us. It really didn't work though. They tried to take pictures of us, and they kind of said if we ever went on top of the school, they would tell a principal of our whereabouts. But at this time, I didn't go to the middle school anymore, so I really didn't care. But I wasn't trying to climb on top of the school for the simple fact that I am afraid of heights. So let's just say I was stuck up there. And then, they had to come over and help me, you know what I'm saying? They came over and helped me down the ladder, and they were like, well, you see, we're going to be cool with you now. And I was like, alright, cool. My friend, he was trying to get out of there as quick as possible. And me, I'm just being polite. I'm trying to make conversation, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to get in trouble. I'm going to use my negotiation skills, because, that's all I've learned from, being 15. You gotta use your negotiation skills to, get yourself out of situations. And every teacher I've ever had has said that I'm really good at this. So I put my skills to the test, and somehow I talked us out of getting arrested. Alright, it was that deep. They said they were either going to tell the principal or arrest us on the spot. So I use my conversation skills and, talk them out of both situations, which would have been really bad for me and my friend, because, my friend, he still goes to that middle school today. So it's like, yo, we would have gotten in trouble, we probably would have haunted him. Now, at this time, I didn't go to the middle school, so I'm like, I'm in the clear, but I didn't want to be selfish and, drive my friend into problems at home. So, to this day, our parents don't know about this, little thing, you know what I'm saying? Well, story number 4. Alright, so the next story we have on our list is when I had the crazy idea to throw knives at my wall. Now, this is a true story. Being 12 years old, I was very reckless, and I was watching a lot of, ninja movies. So, one day I was watching, Kung Fu, I think it was Kung Fu Dragon. No, it was Karate Kid. Yeah, Karate Kid. And I saw them throwing stuff, and I was like, whoa, I like that. It looks cool. I want to learn how to do this so I can be like, yeah, and, take down bad guys and stuff. But, at the time, looking back at it, it was not a good idea. So, I wanted to practice. So, I took some kitchen knives. Yeah, already starting off bad. Throwing big kitchen knives at the wall. But I wasn't aiming for the wall. I was aiming for a box. But, when you're starting off, your accuracy isn't great. So, let's just say I threw, 6 knives. 4 lost behind the couch, and the other 2 I currently still have. But but it was crazy though. I threw the knives. I was having a good old time. Of course, my mom wasn't home at the moment, so I threw them, missed by a few feet, hit the wall. I was scared at first, and then I was like, she's not gonna notice. So I kept throwing knives, which I look back at now, it was a horrible idea. But I kept throwing knives, and let's just say I left a ton of dings in the wall and all the walls in the living room. So yeah, let's just say when you walked out the front door, the living room was the first room to see, so it was not looking pretty. So let's just say that's one of the reasons we had to paint the living room now, and now the living room went from green to gray. Yeah. Well, we got story number 5, and I'm going to end this off. Alright, story number 5. See, my childhood was very eventful. So, this story takes place at the middle school that I was talking about in the earlier story. Alright, so I had this teacher. I'm going to call her Miss Terry. Alright, so Miss Terry, she was the she was a reading teacher, bro. And I hated reading. Reading was like my worst subject, bro. I hated it. And she was already a mean teacher to start off with. And I overall just felt like she didn't like me. And, when your teacher doesn't like you in the beginning, you can see how the rest of the year goes. So she used to always get on me for crazy junk. So I remember one time, people were talking around me, and I wasn't even talking, right? So she looks at me, and she's like, Matthew, give me your agenda. So we had these booklet type things where if the teacher signed in 3 times, we couldn't go to a rewards party at the end of the year, which was kind of retarded to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, why did you have to sign my agenda? So, fast forward, right? So she's like, Matthew, let me see your agenda. And me, I've already had 2 signatures, so I'm like, oh, there goes the rewards party. So as soon as she signs it beside call a parent. You know me, I was a comedian back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And I was a class clown, so it wasn't a big deal for me. So I picked up the phone, dialed my mother's number at her job, and she was in a meeting at the time, so you know how that went. So she answered, right? Miss Terry expected me to be, embarrassed by the class. The whole class was listening in this conversation, yo. Me, I was like, no, we are not getting embarrassed. So I called my mom, casual as ever, and I said, hey mom, just wanted to let you know, Miss Terry wanted me to call you because, I was talking. But, how was your day? And she told me how her day was. I'm laughing. People in the class are laughing. And every time someone laughs, she was just getting angrier and angrier. But she couldn't do anything because she assigned me to call my mom. And let's just say every day after that, she never had me to call my mom again. So that's how you handle teachers that really hate you. Alright, this is MC Fuji. Welcome to Story Time with MC. We'll probably pick up on more stories next week. I think I'm going to make this into a series because I really enjoyed reminiscing about life. So we'll make this into a once a week thing. Every week, once a week, we'll do story time. Alright guys, this is MC. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.
Where you from? Throw it out. Going